going to fight that?
I'm going to kill that.
The fate of Tyrion Lannister has arrived, as his trial by combat begins, where the Viper Oberyn Martell goes head to head with the mountain that is Sir Gregor. Welcome to the top 5 moments from the episode, followed by the overall verdict.
I'm sorry, Lord Baelish. I have to tell the truth.
Sansa confirms her stance. She had the chance to reveal the whole truth about the death of Lysa, but she tweaks her story to protect Littlefinger, firmly joining his side.
She said she didn't want to live anymore. She stood on the edge of that moon door. But she stepped through those doors and she was...
I'd have killed Joffrey with a chicken bone if I had to.
I'd pay good money to see that.
As the Hound and Arya reach their destination, did they find what they were looking for?
Then I offer my condolences. Lady Arryn died 3 days ago.
You sold my secrets to the man who killed my father and stole my brother's throne. You want me to forgive you.
I have loved you.
This was such a heartbreaking scene. As Dany is informed that Jorah was formerly spying on her, she is relentless, banishing him from the city and anywhere near her. The only saving grace that she gave him was his life.
You have until dusk to collect your things and leave this city. If you're found in Marine past break of day, I'll have your head thrown into Slaver's Bay.
You shouldn't drink before a fight.
You learned this during your years in the fighting pits.
It could get you killed. It could get me killed.
Today is not the day I die.
Tyrion worries about Oberyn's combat preparations. What did Oberyn make of that?
You're going to fight that?
I'm going to kill that. Have they told you who I am?
Some dead man.
I am the brother of Elia Martell. I'm going to hear you confess before you die. You raped my sister. You murdered her. You killed her children.
Just a fair warning. This scene is brutal. In one of the most anticipated battles in the entire Game of Thrones story, Oberyn Martell goes head to head with Sir Gregor, which will ultimately decide the fate of Tyrion Lannister's life. Who would the gods favour?
Say it!
Gods have made their will known. Tyrion Lannister, you're hereby sentenced to death.
My overall verdict for this week's episode of Game of Thrones is a full 10 out of 10. Easily my favourite episode from Game of Thrones this season. I'll save the most talked about moment till the end. First I'll go through what else happened across the land as we approach the end of Season 4. Roose Bolton anointed Ramsay officially as his son for successfully taking the fort in his name. Sansa aided Littlefinger when questioned over the murder of Lysa and looked very much like Catelyn in a few scenes doing so. And the wildlings look set to march on Castle Black next week. The main subplot of the week surrounded Daenerys and Jorah. A letter was delivered pardoning Ser Jorah in the king's name that was dated over a year ago. When questioned to Dany, it was clear that Jorah, at least in the beginning, was spying to earn his pardon. The Jorah that we know now is a very different man than he used to be back then. Not to mention he's also in love with Dany now. But that didn't help his cause. She felt completely betrayed by her most trusted friend. she only let him go with one single thing, and that was his life. But on to the main event, which, in truth, I'm still shocked at seeing. There was only one talking point about this episode, and that was the trial by combat. Oberyn had Sir Gregor exactly where he wanted him, on his back, injured, stabbed multiple times, and basically dead if Oberyn wanted him to be. But Oberyn wanted a confession which pointed the finger at Tywin Lannister for being responsible for the murder of his sister. But he didn't get that. The events that followed were some of the most brutal that Game of Thrones has shown us. All that Sir Gregor needed was 1 second to get hold of Oberyn. Yes, he's slow, but he's strong. Once he knocked Oberyn down, he grabbed him and crushed his face with ease. It was shocking to watch unravel. It really was quite disgusting as well. It really was quite shocking to watch. I was watching it with the face that Tyrion pretty much reacted to losing the trial by combat. But really, what do we expect? It's the usual story of Game of Thrones. Introduce us to an amazing character, get everyone to like him, and then brutally murder him. So Oberyn Martell is now the latest person to add himself to that list. So I'm off to recover from watching that. Even if you're a book reader and you knew what was going to happen, watching it transpire on the screen is an entirely different thing, which I'm sure will linger in the minds of many Game of Thrones fans for a very, very long time. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the review. And I'll see you next week.
Tyrion Lannister, in the name of King Tommen of the House Baratheon, you're hereby sentenced to death.